Okay, so as y'all know, I cover paranormal stories pretty much full time at this point. On top of that, I also own a coffee shop in Opelika, Alabama that has also had some spooky things happening. If anything, this story isn't scary at all, but more shocking and one of those things where I don't know if other people have actually had an experience like this before. So I'm telling my story right now so that you guys can, I guess, help me figure out what it means. All right, so me and my wife and our other employee were closing up the shop. It was literally about 15 minutes before it closed, and I see a woman come by and just kind of walk in. She was an older woman, and I don't know, like when she walked in, I had a very familiar feeling with her to the point where it drew me to see who this person was. And for a little context, I was washing dishes and I was in the back, and it's adjacent to the counter, but I really have to go out of my way to see over the doors and see who's coming in. So this woman had some type of energy about her that made me know that she came in, and I physically came out to see her. My wife is at the counter, so I came up to the doors to kind of look, and I could not move. Like I was paralyzed because this woman felt like my grandmother. For more context, my grandmother passed away about 2 years ago. And since that time, I will say I felt like she's visited me a couple of times, but I've also had other people, some of whom I didn't know, tell me that she was with me and protecting me. From here, my wife does the usual greeting, asking her what she needs or how she can help her, and if she needs any help to let her know. And the woman, I kid you not, just felt like my grandmother. The weird thing was that this woman was of a completely different race, but it did not even matter. For one, she looked almost identical to her, even down to small details. She had the same mannerisms, she held her hands the same way, she dressed the same way, she was the same height, she had the same build. Everything was the same. She even talked and sounded like her. And while I was standing there almost paralyzed, she says, "Oh, I was just in the area. I wanted to stop by, see the coffee shop, and just kind of look around and just see." But her tone was almost like she was checking in. And she said it exactly how my grandmother would have said that if she came into the shop. This is a woman that I grew up with, who helped raise me, who I stayed with for multiple days at a time and things like that. And as she was leaving, she said, "You have a very nice place, and I'll be back." And I watched her walk out with the same stride that my grandmother had, which was very specific. And I had never seen anybody else walk like her before. And I told my wife as soon as she left that I think my grandmother came to visit us. And I knew that it was a real experience because I didn't even bother looking at the security cameras for days because I was so shocked. So now I'm curious and wondering if you guys have ever had any experiences like that, or if I'm just crazy or just going through a different level of grief or something. Let me know.